Oh, this is the seriously prettiest thing ever. This is resin.
It is resin, yes. Well done.
Hey folks, welcome to the channel.
Hello.
So this is quite possibly my most nerve-wracking make ever.
Yep.
So a lot of you know that some time ago, Kirk lost his mum very sadly and very suddenly.
Yep.
And these were the flowers that were at her service. And I had a brainwave.
You did. You had a bright idea.
And then regretted it immediately.
Yes.
I said, well, why don't I put it in resin? Having never done a really, really good preservation before.
Yeah.
So this time I thought, right, let's get serious. So the first thing I did was I went through and I took out all of the flowers and I cut them down to their very, cut the stems off and cut them like as close to the flower as I possibly could.
So we got a bag of...
And then I got Kirk to spend an obscene amount of money on silicone crystals.
Yep.
Which, you know, they do cost a lot, but once you've got them, you probably never replace them because they take in all the moisture from the flowers, they change color, you dry them out, and then you can reuse them.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's an investment, should we say?
Yeah.
That's how I justified it. So once I'd taken all the flowers out of the arrangement, I then put them into this box full of crystals and then poured a load more crystals over the top.
Yeah, so originally we bought one bag, didn't we? And it was
not enough.
It covered the bottom, but that was it. And this is the dregs of what was left.
Yeah.
And we thought, no, we're going to need some more. So we got a few more bags.
Yeah.
And then when they arrived, we just completely covered them all.
Completely covered them all. And I left them for a couple of days and then I checked on them and they were okay. And then I left them for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So we had in total, we had 3 or 4 sealed boxes. And then we had loads of little tubs and that because we didn't have enough to actually put them in there.
Put them in, yeah.
So we had loads of boxes around the place, which had
flowers,
these flowers
and leaves drying out. Yeah. Yeah. So then it was a case of mixing up some deep pour and just putting in so I put in about half a centimetre of deep pour. And then I started to put in the leaves. And then once I'd got those in a position that I quite liked, I put in the flowers. Now, there's in 1 or 2 of them, the flowers do slightly protrude above the mold.
Yeah.
But I wasn't overly concerned about that because I knew that I would sand when I say I knew that Kirk would be sanding the tops off for me anyway.
Yeah.
So I wasn't excessively concerned.
And then a top coat on top of that as well, so it would seal them in. Yeah.
So I just kind of made an arrangement. Now I know that when professionals do this, they tend to do make the arrangement up first and then transfer it across. I was just putting it in. I just winged it. I did it. I eyeballed it. That's what I did. So I had 3 different sizes. I had a small heart that stands up.
Yeah.
This is a big heart that stands up, and it's a big, big heart.
Yeah.
And then I have the heart that sort of stands on its side, which was it did make it a really interesting make, but very nerve-wracking because I didn't want to mess it up. Which
because it's well, 1, it's a lot of resin,
and 2, these flowers
that
have a significant meaning.
Yes.
then once the bottom layers were dry, it was time for a second layer. Now I mixed the deep pour using my Resiners mixer, but whenever you mix on a mixer, you must ensure that you scrape the sides.
No, you don't actually show, but you do put a bit of sparkle.
Do I not show it?
No, you didn't show it.
So in all of them, I put the very tiniest amount of diamond blue mica, because anyone who's watched us for any length of time knows that I have to have a bit of sparkle.
Yeah.
Because, sparkle is life. And I wanted a little bit of blue sparkle in here just to give it a bit of a shimmer, because she was there. You can just see it there, just a little bit.
Yeah, on the leaves at the top.
She was a sparkly lady, so I felt she deserved a bit of shimmer. Yeah. So yeah, that's why that I did that. And the blue will also help counterbalance any yellowing.
Yeah. So if you don't put the glitter in there, just one drop of blue mixed in, it will dissipate. So you won't actually see it, but it will counteract any yellowing.
Yeah. So I did that. And then after each pour, I used the heat gun to get rid of air bubbles. And then give them a squirt of isopropyl, and then babysat them for longer than I care to admit to get rid of bubbles. But yeah, so the whole process for all of them took me a good week.
Yeah.
Just popping bubbles, popping
waiting
bubbles.
For it to cure.
Yeah. I mean, you can see there, the flowers give off quite a bit of bubble.
Yeah.
Now, again, I think some people do dunk the flowers in resin first. I didn't want to do that because I was too worried about the flowers becoming ruined. So
yeah, because at this point they are quite brittle as well.
They are quite brittle. Yeah. So that's why I didn't do that. Now, yeah, I was quite pleased with how it was going so far. There was, in one of them, there's a bubble that I missed, but it's in a position that you don't really notice it unless you're really carefully looking.
Yeah.
So I was fine with it. But yeah.
But the top was quite rough at the top. So yeah. I do give them a really good sanding and take them back quite a lot.
But I wanted you to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
So that when you can see that the rose is just protruding over the top of the mold. And I'm fine with that, because once it's sanded, it sands it all back in a way that's just fine. So if there are any professional flower preservers watching this and you're twitching like a good un, just look away. It's fine.
Just close your eyes.
It's fine. Close your eyes. It'll all be fine. You will recover. But, these are, when I said that I was going to do them, I did say at the time, they will be made with love, not perfection.
Yeah.
So, that's what they're getting. Love, not perfection.
No, but I think on the flip side as well, that you did take a lot of care in doing these.
I did, yeah.
And it's not something that you rushed into and just you did. You took every precaution you could to actually make sure that there was no bubbles, that the flowers were dried properly, that they wouldn't rot or over time. They made sure they were dry. And you also watched a billion videos as well of how to make them.
I did.
So it's not something that you've just gone, right, I'm going to do this.
I did.
You did take a lot of care.
I did. This is my, I would definitely say that this is probably my most important make to date, because they are such significant flowers for such a significant moment that I just didn't want to get them wrong. Didn't want to stuff it up because it matters. Yeah. So I really did take a lot of time, care, and effort. And I think it does pay off. So
this is where I've sanded them all.
So Kirk has now sanded them, and then I covered them with latex to within an inch of their life because I was not gonna risk messing up the backs or the sides or anything. So I do this to all of them. And if you've ever used latex, you know that it's quite a smelly process. But I have to say, since we've had the Pure Air, you don't really notice it, do you?
I used it the other day when I did those coasters, the Stargate coasters, and I didn't notice the smell.
Because it kicks in and it just goes, oh, get rid of that.
Yeah.
So all I do there is I pop in a little bit of UV resin just to sort of seal that flower. Yeah,
because that was... No matter how much I sanded, that was just going to get worse if I sanded that.
So I did that, and then once I'd done that, I thought, why am I doing that? Because when I do the top coat, it's going to sink in anyway. So
but wouldn't it have left a bubble?
No. So I then give them a really good spray with isopropyl to get rid of any dust or anything like that.
Yeah,
and give them
there was a lot of dust.
There was a lot of dust. But you did them outside and you wore the mask, didn't you?
Yeah, so, good job as well, because I looked like a snowman.
He did. He really did. He went to come in the house and I went, strip. He was like, I'm in the garden. I was like, I don't care, strip. So that was that. Happy days.
It's quite satisfying watching it when you've sanded it and then you do that top coat and you can see it all just come through.
Just come back to life. Yeah, it was quite rewarding to do that. And this bit I was worried about because I thought, if I'm going to get it wrong, it's going to be this bit.
Yeah.
But as you can see from the glamour shots, I actually did a thing.
You did.
I did a big thing. I did a massive thing, and I was so chuffed. So yeah, that's the ones that I did. So everyone's going to have a little set of
the flowers.
Set of Mum's flowers.
Yeah.
So
I think you did an amazing job.
And I'm very pleased. So what do you think, folks? Let us know in the comments if you think I did good or...
I think you did amazing.
Well, you can let me know in the comments.
I shall write a comment for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. No, I think you did an amazing job and yeah, I mean, everybody else as well will appreciate it. So
yeah. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And if you're still with us at this point, and you think you would like our creative sort of chaos, please do feel free to hit that like button.
And while you're down there, why not give this subscribe a little tickle as well?
And if you already have,
thank you very much.
And on that note, have a great couple of days, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.